In today's video, I will be listing the top 10 best Mamba moments. But before we start, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. There is no doubt that Kobe Bryant is one of the best scorers in the NBA. The Black Mamba averaged 28 points per game at only 22 years old, but in that season, he had one of the most phenomenal games ever played. On December 6th in the year 2000, Kobe and the Los Angeles Lakers faced off against the Golden State Warriors. He started the game as good as you would hope, scoring 16 points on 7 of 15 shooting in the first half. The young Kobe seemed unstoppable, hitting shot after shot and even performed his signature fadeaway. Bryant then went on to score 17 points in the third quarter alone, which pushed the Lakers' lead to 10 heading into the fourth quarter. But Warrior star Antoine Jamison was having a great game as well and led his team to a huge comeback late in the fourth, which pushed the game to overtime. Kobe and Jamison went at each other's throats, which led to an exciting match for all the fans in attendance. Unfortunately for Kobe Bryant, the Warriors pulled off an upset victory and beat the Lakers 125 to 122. But even in defeat, Kobe scored 51 points on 18 of 35 shooting, establishing himself as one of the best players in the NBA. Number 9. Kobe wasn't only a great scorer, but in his younger years he had supreme athleticism. In the year of 1997, he participated in the slam dunk contest at only 18 years old. The other participants were Bob Shura, Ray Allen, Chris Carr, Michael Finley, and Darvin Ham. Before the contest, none of the dunkers wanted to reveal what type of dunks they were going to do that night, but Jones, who was there due to being a selection for the All-Star game, began to brag to the other competitors and said that Kobe Bryant had already won. Before the contest, Kobe entered the gym without warming up and pulled an amazing dunk. He passed the ball under his legs from his left hand to his right and hammered the rim with a windmill. It was so impressive that even his competitors were shocked. I remember looking at Finley and saying, "If he does that tonight, we're all playing for second," said Carr. Well, they were definitely right, but the crazy part about it is that he didn't even pull off the dunk that he performed in the gym earlier. He didn't even need it, Carr laughed. Number 8. Kobe Bryant and LeBron James didn't ever really go head-to-head in their primes, but that doesn't mean there weren't some epic duels between the two. On February 8, 2009, the Los Angeles Lakers faced off against LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers. But as you know, when you need a big shot, you can always count on the great Kobe Bryant. With a little less than 3 minutes on the clock, Kobe was passed the ball down to the post with no other but LeBron James guarding him. At the time, the Lakers were up only 4 points, so they were looking to create some separation. When Kobe received the ball, he began to back James down in the post, then suddenly fake left, which froze LeBron for a split second. And before you know it, Kobe was high in the air shooting for his signature fadeaway bucket. With credit to LeBron, he still managed to recover and highly contest Kobe, but the skilled scorer rainbowed the shot and hit nothing but net. And if they weren't crazy enough, Kobe did this all while being extremely sick with the flu, with even there being reports of him vomiting before the game and shivering with chills. But with the help of his teammates, Kobe Bryant showed just how great of a player he could be when you needed him the most. Number 7. In Kobe's later years, he began to regress due to injury and father time, but in one performance, he turned back the clock and pulled off a vintage performance. On March 3rd, 2013, the 34-year-old Bryant faced off against the Atlanta Hawks, who had noticeable players like Josh Smith, Big Al, Jeff Teague, and Devin Harris, to name a few. By the end of the first quarter, Kobe led all the scorers with 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting. By halftime, the Lakers shot 51% from the field, but had a horrific 12 turnovers, which led to the Hawks easily closing the scoring deficit. But by the end of the third quarter, Kobe led all the scorers with 23 points, and this is where he started to turn up his game. With around 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, he attacked Josh Smith and left him off the dribble before he rose up and sunk a baseline mid-range jumper. Then, around the 2-minute mark, he pulled off a sensational poster dunk. He had Josh Smith guarding him out on the perimeter yet again, so he took him off the dribble and charged to the rim where a trailing Smith jumped to contest, and unfortunately for him, was a bad idea. Bryant poster-sized Smith and gave the Lakers a 1-point lead. Then, with less than 15 seconds left in the game, Kobe had Big Al guarding him out on the perimeter, so he easily blew by the center and finished an acrobatic layup over a defender, which was the shot that won the game for Los Angeles. Number 6. Everyone knows that the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers have one of the biggest rivalries in sports history. Well, history would be made again in 2010. In 2010, Kobe Bryant and the Lakers faced off against Paul Pierce and the Boston Celtics. Game 1 resulted in the Lakers defeating the Celtics 102-89, with Kobe scoring 30 points to seal the victory. The Lakers lost Game 2 by 9 points, mainly due to Bryant's struggles. He shot 28% from 3 and 40% from the field. He would make up for it in the next game, scoring 29 points and making 100% of his free throws, which gave his team a 2-1 lead in the series. This series was a back-and-forth seesaw match because Boston would tie the series after defeating the Lakers 96-89. They would once again come up short, losing 92-86, even though Kobe had an astounding game, scoring 38 points on great efficiency. They were now playing in a crucial Game 6, but the great Kobe Bryant wasn't going to back down that easily. He finished the game with 26 points while shooting 47% from the field and 100% from the free throw line, forcing a Game 7. And this is where he would win his final championship ring, defeating the Celtics 83-79 and winning his second Finals MVP. Number 5. Kobe is known for showing up for his team when it matters most, and he surely didn't let them down this game. On June 9th, 2002, it was Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Lakers were up 2-0 in the series due to Shaquille O'Neal's dominant back-to-back performances, and that's when he destroyed the Nets' defense by dropping 36 points on 14 of 23 shots from the field. Shaq also dropped 35 points that game and pulled down 11 rebounds as well. The Lakers then went on to sweep the Nets a few days later. Number 4. In 2011, Kobe won the MVP for an All-Star game. He finished 37 points, including 21 in the first half. The opposing team, known as the East, was led by LeBron James and D. Wade, but Kobe scoring 37 points wasn't the most impressive thing of the night. With about 7 minutes left in the third quarter, James threw a bad alley-oop pass which was tipped by Tim Duncan, and the ball just happened to roll in Bryant's hands. Without hesitation, the Black Mamba sped down the court on the fast break, and by the time he crossed the half court, it was obvious LeBron was going for the block attempt. And that's when he rose up and finished a two-handed jam over James, causing an uproar in the crowd. Even though James finished the game with 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists, I'm sure that getting dunked on by 32-year-old Kobe didn't sit well with him. But I know he enjoyed every minute matchup against the Mamba, even though it was just for an All-Star game. But in 2009, they actually had an opportunity to play in the finals. But, well, I'll let LeBron explain it. I didn't hold up my end of the bargain in 2009 for the fans, for us, to meet in the finals, said James, whose Cavs lost to the Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals that year. I know the world wanted to see it. I wanted it. We wanted it. He held up his end, and I didn't hold up my end, and I hate that. I hate that that didn't happen. Number 3. Kobe was known for his crazy dunks, fadeaway jumpers, and killer mindset, but his off-court success is what will carry his name on for many generations. In 2018, he earned his first Oscar for Best Animated Short Film along with Glenn Keane, who directed and animated the short film called Dear Basketball. She even made a great acceptance speech to him. It's a message for all of us. Whatever form your dream may take, it's through passion and perseverance that the impossible is possible, Keane said. The Laker legend jokingly responded, I don't know if it's possible. I mean, as basketball players, we're really supposed to shut up and dribble, but I'm glad we did a little bit more than that. Number 2. Now, it wouldn't be a top 10 best Mamba moments video without mentioning his historic 81-point game. In late January of 2006, the Lakers went up against the Toronto Raptors. But before the game, Kobe was dealing with a lingering knee problem. In the layup line, I felt terrible, Bryant said. Oh man, my knee was really sore and really stiff. I felt like I was going to have to utilize my jump shot to start the game until my knee loosened a little bit if it did. I was able to tiptoe to the basket a little bit, then my knee loosened up, and I was able to get into a groove. Given the outcome of that game, it is incredible just how tough-minded he is. His knee was so bad that he even got surgery that summer, which forced him to miss the 2006 FIBA World Championship in Japan. He finished the game with 81 points on 28 of 46 shooting from the field and 7 of 13 shooting from 3. Former Raptor Mike James had this to say about what he had witnessed. "You ever play NBA Jam back in the day?" asked Mike James, the Raptors starting point guard that night. "And you hit 4, 5 shots, and all of a sudden the ball is on fire?" He was on a hot streak, and that's where his mindset was at. Well, James was right, and he definitely was on a hot streak, and there wasn't a player in the world who could stop him. Number 1. Kobe and Shaq both dominated the game together. But things weren't as they seemed on the court. Behind the scenes, they weren't too fond of each other and constantly threw jabs at one another in the media. Their inability to coexist unfortunately led to their departure, but they would soon sit down and hash things out live on TNT Network, which made for one of the most beautiful moments in sports history and put an end to a petty feud. Did you enjoy the video? If so, hit the like button and subscribe to NBA Swish for more amazing NBA content like this. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next one.